mention on this one too, I probably do not need 8 minutes. There's been not a lot of work completed with this committee for this year, as we've put a lot of time and resources into other, I'm not going to say less critical things, but and I'm certainly not diminishing the role of tournament sanctioning. But as a new entity and a new organization, right, we're just getting this off the ground. We're not in a position as of this year to obviously establish a GPF owned and operated event. Now, that is something that we need to have. It's part of the requirements for the IOC is to establish world championships. So this is something that we will be tackling, but it did not happen in this first year. So again, just the objective of the High Performance Committee. That's to provide guidance to GPF and its member countries in the areas of tournament sanctioning and player ratings. We'll establish a sanctioning criteria and application process for tournaments that are owned and operated by the GPF. In addition, this will serve as a model for GPF countries that may not have a sanctioning program but are looking to establishing sanctioning and ratings for their national level tournaments. So while sanctioning and ratings are specific to GPF events, that it is important to keep in mind that GPF member countries do have autonomy to establish national level sanctioning and ratings for their tournaments. So what we're doing, the High Performance Committee, is specific to GPF owned and operated events and also GPF sanctioned events. But what's happening in your countries and even in the continental federations, you have that autonomy to do what's best for your organization. Ideally, yes, we would like to have consistency across the board, but that may not happen, right? There are options that are in the market right now, as we know. So it's a little complicated right now, but that's the world that we're in. So for 2024, the progress that this committee has made, and Chandler and myself represent 2/3 of the committee right now, so it's been a relative small committee, and I'll get into our 2025 plan here in a bit. But we do have the committee established. It did receive and has reviewed thus far proposals from both UTR and from DUPR. And we're in position now to be making a recommendation to the GPF board here real soon on that. So again, this will be for events that are owned and operated by GPF and also sanctioned by GPF. Our 2025 plan is to expand the committee. Ideally, we'd like to have representation from at least the continental federations of the GPF. We also want to implement the GPF sanctioning program for GPF sanctioned tournaments. All GPF sanctioned tournaments then will also be listed on the GPF website. So we see that's going to be important for people to be able to come to one website and see where all GPF sanctioned events are happening and when and how they can get involved in those. We want to provide guidance and resources to assist GPF member countries with the establishment of their national level sanctioning program. So again, if you're a country and you don't have a sanctioning program, we want to assist you with that. So at least provide you with kind of best practices and how to go about getting a sanctioning program and the application process established for your country. And then again, provide guidance and resources to assist GPF countries on player ratings. So again, that'll be up to each of the GPF countries to make that determination, but we'll be happy to provide some insight into that as well. So with that, that's it. Thank you.